Hello everyone, I'm Xiao Gang. Okay, here I'll demonstrate using Postman. This process is quite complex. If you can't keep up, that's fine, just follow along and write the code later. We need to prepare 4 sessions corresponding to 4 of our 5 communication states. At the beginning, we send the collection ID to the server, and the server returns the session ID. After we get the session ID, we need to fill in the subsequent session IDs to complete our tick, send messages, and request exit to perform such an operation. Okay, in sending the message, we all need to perform basics for encoding. So this multi-layer process is quite troublesome. Then we go back to our blueprint. I've already connected it in advance. Just connected a few more things. Below this is a sequence. We still do the same. Let it start on port 90 and 83. Just start this endpoint. Then we bind. This connection success delegate. We are just binding it. Let me show you. There will be a callback here. And here we are. This callback is called important point. When we receive the message, what we send is you are a little cutie. What it sends will be you are a big cutie, right? And then here, when we close it, we can also detect the exit. So at that point, we need to ensure it operates together with us. You can give yourself a 10. Let's start. Liang Biang, we haven't started yet. We don't have a connection yet. Not connected yet. Let's just ignore it for now. Let's prepare the data first. Don't let this part be a bit convoluted. We need to put this data into our Base64 location. Here we continue encoding it. This information, we need to finish it within 10 seconds. This special feeling. You can set the time more loosely. Okay, ready. We connect first. Connection successful. Let's start. Lili 00 Okay, exiting. This proves that we indeed have a chi millisecond heartbeat mechanism. Because we did not satisfy this mechanism, we made it exit, right? So now let's turn it off first. Then let's start it now. And then we let it crash. Then we receive this message. This place indicates this. Such an incorrect JSON parsing. We can take a look. Did we write something wrong here again? Okay, let's take a quick look at this part. Our JSON is correct. It might be because of this reason. Possibly here. It might need a serialization issue here. So let's change ours. Although this serial ID is fake, we adjust temporarily. Using it temporarily, we'll use the later one. We need to take the server side. To restart it, let's try again. Okay, at this point, we go back here. Go back here. Okay, we disconnect this part first, then establish a connection. We send the information. It worked this time. Now this matter is more complicated. We need to obtain this information. We need to complete it within 10 seconds. We need to decode it. Here, decode. After decoding is complete, we need to obtain this information. Then we, at this point, paste this information in. After pasting it in, then we will at this place encode it. Encode after encoding is complete. We quickly send this information over. We send it over. As expected, it probably didn't make it in time. Yes, you can see. It should be here. It didn't make it in time and exited. Okay, let's set this time a bit longer. Because it seems we don't have enough room to operate here. Let's turn it off first. Okay, let's turn it off first. Then let's go back to our side and demonstrate this process for everyone again. We are here at the serial connection. Let's change the time to 30 seconds. 20 seconds should be enough for me to operate. Let's start it again. Good. Let me show you how to exit. Because it's currently set to 30 milliseconds. We might need to wait a bit. Let's start it first. Still following our usual process. Then we need to refresh the server. So our first step is to connect first. Connect, then we delete this. Then we have successfully initialized. Then we need to decode this information here to get this server id. After getting the server id, we first let it tick. Let it tick. We change this here. Okay, tick it. We encode it. Okay, after the encoding is complete, we ensure here that it's in. You can see now the heartbeat is normal. You can also see it in the server logs. You see every time a message is sent, it always gets a response. Can you see it? Right. And now it is maintaining this heartbeat. This connection is always alive. In such a state, next we will send it a state that makes it die. Let's send it first. Let's save this. We keep this heartbeat going. Then let's save it here. Then we keep sending it. Then we take this and encrypt it. Okay, good. As for the encryption, it should be here. After we encode it, we send it. We send this encrypted one here. Okay, this part should be exiting. Then at this point, we are here. We then send our heartbeat again. Actually, it won't be very effective. It will stop working in a moment. See? Let's wait a bit longer. This is our previous position. We can note down 49. Let's wait a moment. He has already logged out now. You can see, although we kept sending messages, there's no more information coming back from him. So actually at this point, because we have already logged out, you can decrypt this data here. You can see, this is the question card from the server's response. Let's look for it again. It should be. This should be his last message. Let me take a look. That should be the information for 59. It should be correct. The information for 59. Okay, you can see the server allows the client to exit. Then after that, the server, no matter what message you send, I just won't care about you anymore. Okay, so we finished running through this process for everyone. This thing is a bit troublesome because we've encrypted it. If you want to test, you can remove all the encrypted heartbeats. Remove them all. That is also acceptable. So these few fields, when you pay attention, these things later on, this server collection, you need to manually refresh it because we are not fixed now. We generate dynamically each time. So this place, everyone should pay attention. It is not fixed. If you directly wrong, it definitely won't work because the server, plus there is no such link at all. Okay, then in this lesson, we will stop here. On our server side, this interface has actually been fully developed. So in your actual business, when developing their backend, it's also developed this way. But they won't use C++ to write the backend. They will definitely use Java to write this kind of backend. Then they will tell you how to implement heartbeat and how to implement this kind of encryption and authentication. Then how to exit at the end. How to exit. Okay, let's stop here. Thank you, everyone.